1, 2, 3, go. Hello and welcome. This video is brought to you by thestreamingadvisor.com. Tailor your entertainment with streaming. And what we're going to talk about in this video is cable TV. And more importantly, what it is that is making people stop using it, or at least fall out of love with it. There's been a lot of talk about price. And yes, price is an issue. I mean, if you've got a $240 cable bill, you might be looking to, save a little cash here and there. And when I say cable bill, I don't mean cable and internet and everything bill. I'm talking about some people have cable bills that are just $200 just for the TV channels. And yeah, that's pushing it as far as I'm concerned. But I'm kind of a budget hawk. But I'm opening up Sling Television to make a point. Now, I like Sling TV. I think it's a great service, So I'm not making fun of Sling TV per se. But what I did was I pulled up a selection of cable channels. See TNT, BET. There's a couple of the new Viacom ones. Viacom just recently jumped on Sling TV, which is good for fans of the Viacom family there, Nickelodeon and BET and so on. But I want to ask if you're noticing something. Do you see how many shows show up again and again and again? See, Yard Crashers, Yard Crashers, Yard Crashers, Yard Crashers, I mean, really? 3:30, and then we got some paid programming. Then Man Caves. What's next? Once we get to normal programming, we're going to see the same thing again. Just, I hate my yard, I hate my yard, I hate my yard. Under construction, family under construction, family under construction. And it goes like this across a number of cable channels. Here's, There's My Big House, Teeny House, Big Living, House Hunters. International House Hunters, Teeny House Hunters, Teeny House Hunters, Big Teeny House, Big Living. Of course, like I said, this again is late morning, 4 a.m. But you get back to the afternoon. Let's see. Flea Market Flip, 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 Flea Market. I mean, seriously, it's like every single cable channel out there, or at least a number of them, force you into these weird marathons of shows. So that, let's say you're a person who likes HGTV, you like home and garden stuff, you like do-it-yourself projects, or something about like reclaiming an old house. Maybe you like, the idea of flipping houses. You tune in, this would be on a Tuesday, and you're getting Fixer Upper. And that's it. I mean, that is it. That's the only thing you can watch. What's Viceland? Viceland's like crime stories, things like that. It's supposed to be gritty. It's Viceland. Let's see if it'll load for me. My internet's not performing incredibly well tonight, so we'll just go to the History Channel. Now, I used to love the History Channel. I loved it. Acts of God, I think it was the show that they called. There were Wrath of God, something like that. There was, biographies, this, that, and the other. What do we have? Barbarians Rising, starting now and going all the way through 402. And then let's see what else. We've got Engineering Disasters, followed by Engineering Disasters, followed by, and I'm not going to keep on repeating it because the pictures do tell 1,000 words, and I don't want to get too talky. But you're seeing, again, one after another, it's the same shows again and again. So the question is, what exactly is the point? What's the point of the cable company offering all of these channels if really what they're offering is, say, 11 shows? They're not offering channels, they're just offering a couple of shows repeatedly. I don't know if these shows kind of track well to whatever their target audience is, but there's something going on here where either the cable channels themselves have branched out in too many directions, like having multiple Lifetime networks or multiple History channels. Oh, look, the First 48 again. It's either that or they're just lazy in their programming. There's something happening here. Maybe this works for them, but I think people are starting to realize it doesn't work for them. I mean, unless you really want to watch 5 episodes of the Jamie Foxx show in a row, and I mean, I like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Everybody knows the theme song, in West Villanova, you're born and raised. I mean, everybody can do it if they grew up with it. But the thing is, it would be nice to see a channel that just had 11 different shows that came on during the day. Which is why people are turning to things like Netflix and other programmatic options. Here's TNT. Same thing, Law and Order. It's been like the Law and Order network for years. Looks like they mix it up a little bit. Digging up bones here. Got a movie. But I think you understand the point. And if you're someone who's been thinking about canceling cable, it may well be worth it. I mean, because, I'm going to tell you, like, for instance, I'm looking at Sling TV here. You can get started with Sling TV for like $20 a month. You can get something like PlayStation Vue for starting at $35 a month. I'm actually one that often I, go to something like Hulu or Netflix's original series when I want to watch something new. Now, cable does try to push things like on demand, which you also get through other services, like The Last Ship is a TNT show. But I just think it's very telling when you can pull that many TV channels and find that the same thing shows up again and again and again. And like I said, that's the problem. This is why people cancel. People buy expensive things. We all know they do. You might own a $500 pair of shoes for work. You might have bought a car that has $300 a month payments because it's a cool car and you like driving it. But I think people are starting to say, why should I have the Travel Channel if instead of actually showing me interesting destinations, I'm watching Andrew Zimmern eat leeches? I think that's getting to people, and I think that's what the problem is. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, tell me in the comments. Tell me, if you love this kind of stuff, if this is the very reason that you have these channels, I mean, yeah, it's fine. It's America. You can buy what you want. But I do think that this is part of the key to why people are turning away from traditional bundles and just killing time with things like YouTube or Netflix or anything else. One man's opinion. Been looking into this for a long time. Maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, let me know. Do you like cable? I mean, if it's a product that you like, it's a product you like. I don't fault anybody for shopping at Whole Foods or Aldi or, go expensive, go cheap, whatever works for you. But this is what I think is at work. This is why I think ratings are falling and why subscribers are falling. Let me know. I hope that was helpful. Hope you found that interesting. And please share it with anybody if you like. I'm Ryan Downey, the Streaming Advisor. Please subscribe, and as always, stream on, my friends.